Last week this time we introduced you to a very special lady on the Metroplus Show, Saraswati Vaidyanathan, an 87-year-old lady with an impressive memory no doubt, but what endeared us to her was her undying love for Sachin Tendulkar. She's been following his career for decades now, and when we first met Saraswati's family, her son said,
"My mother has been following cricket for the last more than 50 years and her greatest wish is to meet Sachin in person."
And a few days right after that interview, Sachin actually met Saraswati. He was in town for a game of IPL against the Chennai Super Kings, and before he headed out for the match, spent some time with his oldest fans. Mrs. Vaidyanathan, what did Sachin tell you?
He said he is very glad to meet such an old lady and he wants blessing. I already blessed her.
Meet someone this age and also get to know that she followed my career right from day one.
How do you remember every fact and figure about Sachin Tendulkar?
I said, God is great. I got some memory. Thank God.
The icing on the cake was the packed Sachin autograph for Saraswati when they met. This is a souvenir Saraswati has preserved from 1982. Now that's a story with a very happy ending. Moving on to other people's stories, our personality of the week is a man who weaves magic with words. Writer Shreekumar Varma is one of those rare literary personalities who isn't shy about admitting that he enjoys writing for competitions. Well, here's the long and short of his inspirations and aspirations.
It's a chess game of activities for Shreekumar Varma with 2 published novels, 2 plays staged by the Madras Players, children's books, newspaper columns and more. Chess game, or should we call it the publishing game?
When I was in school, I published my first short story, and those days publishing was not such a very common or very accessible sort of field or industry. So you had to keep writing in the hope that one day you will get published.
Shreekumar took to writing like fish to water. Under the shade of the coconut tree, amidst the sound of the birds, Shreekumar pours his thoughts out and narrates his stories. His love for words naturally lend themselves to the success of his works.
I used to love coining new words, the sound of words, the feel of words, all that was very important to me. So even in my novels, words play a very important role, sometimes even goes beyond the meaning.
Result? Laurels with every literary work. His latest Maria's Room was longlisted for the inaugural Man Asian Literary Prize 2007, and his recently staged play, Midnight Hotel, was longlisted for the Metroplus Playwright Award. He turned into a long list expert overnight. Shreekumar's love for writing drew him to journalism, where he began his career with the Indian Express and Cinema Today. He also believes that creativity can be imparted easily, and he is spreading the joy by teaching creative English at the Chennai Mathematical Institute.
Any interview or any story, any scoop that I went after those years when I was in journalism, I treated it like a story. It was that aspect of it that fascinated me, the story aspect of it.
Being the grandson of the last ruling Maharani of Travancore and the great-grandson of the legendary artist Raja Ravi Varma, Shreekumar has a legacy to carry on, and along with it, his literary knowledge.
The royal family was not what interested me. It was the stories that were present in families like this, which normally people did not think about or know. For example, Parshi Raja, which was Everybody who read history knew about him, but it was all through the eyes of the British, through revenue records and through whatever we read about in school. But here, when you talk to the relatives, you talk to the people who were concerned, who were involved in that, in the family members, you came to know about much more interesting things, what made these historical facts happen. And even in the case of my own family, not much is known outside other than what is already talked about in history books and what people read about. But there is such a rich treasure house of happenings, events, relationships within that framework which not many people know about. So I thought it was interesting to go there and look at the stories.
His imagination has led him to go beyond royal lives and delve into the lives of Chennai's laymen too.
Now I want to do something which is based in Chennai. So there'll be a lot of landmarks, very familiar landmarks, very familiar people also. And I would also like to explore the old Madras. So it will be a sort of interface between the old Madras and the new, present, modern Chennai.
From a reporter, writer to a playwright, it wouldn't be too long before his scripts turn into a screenplay.
There is the Chennai-based filmmaker and dramatist Chetan Shah. He wanted to make a movie, and he had asked me to write a play, screenplay for that, and I did do that. In fact, my first play, I converted that into a full-length screenplay. I don't know when he's going to take it up. I hope he does.
Alright, it's time for a short break on the show. Metroplus will be back in a flash, this time with some musical memories.